Though numerous scenes were deleted during the making of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, there are 3, in particular, that arguably should have been included. Deleted scenes are a part of filmmaking. Shots and sequences get cut for various reasons, including pacing, narrative, and character development. Sometimes, though, a deleted scene will give you exactly what you felt was missing from the story, something which, in the case of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, might have helped ease the divisive reactions to the film. In this case, the 3 deleted scenes I would have liked to have seen as part of the film are more emotionally charged, giving us a better insight into Luke's, Rey's, and Finn's characters. Though we'll never know exactly why director Rian Johnson left these scenes on the cutting room floor, it's still interesting to imagine how they would have affected the film's story overall. 1. Luke's grief for Han should really have been shown. This deleted scene would have changed our view of The Last Jedi's Luke Skywalker. One of The Last Jedi's most important deleted scenes is only a handful of seconds long but powerful enough to change the viewer's perception of Luke Skywalker's character in this movie entirely. In the scene, which presumably happens just after Luke discovers what happened to his friend Han Solo at the end of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, killed by his own son, no less, Luke takes a few seconds to gather himself in his cave on H2. Mark Hamill's acting is superb in this scene. It's subtle but impactful, and you can sense how much the news has affected him. One of the major criticisms The Last Jedi faced was how it handled Luke Skywalker's character. While some audiences appreciated Rian Johnson's daring approach, many believed Luke's aloof and angry nature in the film was unrealistic compared to what he had become at the end of Return of the Jedi. Watching Luke take a few seconds to mourn his friend would have added an extra layer to their relationship and been a touching, gentle, and quick enough way to acknowledge Han's impact on the franchise. Why it was cut, we'll never know. It's a shame it wasn't included, though. 2. I still think Luke's joke on Rey should have been in the movie. Luke and Rey's dynamic took an interesting turn in this deleted scene. One of The Last Jedi's less emotional deleted scenes focuses on Luke and Rey. As we all know, Rey is a somewhat impulsive Jedi in training. Luke wants to teach her a lesson, and when she hears loud, strange noises coming from the other side of the desolate island, she immediately assumes the worst. Luke doesn't correct her, feeding her a story about how, once every month, the island's natives are attacked. Rey's first instinct is to help them, and she goes rushing off to what essentially amounts to a party. Luke initially makes fun of her and then tries to explain why he lied to her. He wants her to forget about the Jedi religion. He believes it isn't necessary and that the Resistance simply needs more people to fight rather than hope for a magical miracle. The scene provides an interesting perspective on Luke's and Rey's points of view. Luke is furiously holding on to his guilt, while Rey's anger, and, as a result, her link with Kylo, will continue to grow until they both finally realize what it truly means to be a Jedi. Before Star Wars: The Last Jedi was released, this scene was hyped into the stratosphere due to set reports. Presumably, the scene was cut to improve the flow of the narrative and avoid repetitive arguments between Luke and Rey. I do believe it would have made a fun and informative addition to the movie, though Finn and Rose go back where they belong. Finn and Rose deserve better in The Last Jedi. Another major gripe audiences, and, admittedly, myself, had with The Last Jedi was how it handled John Boyega's character, Finn. While The Force Awakens set him up as another Force-sensitive individual alongside Rey, The Last Jedi seemed to forget about that side of his character completely, forcing him and Kelly Marie Tran's new Star Wars character, Rose Tico, on a largely unnecessary side quest. Thankfully, though, Finn and Rose were an interesting duo, and their trips to Canto Bight and Captain Phasma's Star Destroyer weren't entirely wasted. Finn managed to get his own back against Phasma in an undeniably cool duel and escaped with Rose and BB-8 afterward unscathed. In the deleted scene, as Rose, Finn, and their trusty droid leave the destroyed Star Destroyer behind them, Rose asks where they're going next, and Finn responds, "Where we belong," before heading back to the Resistance. It's a minor moment, but it adds another layer to their relationship, one which then, on Crate, turns romantic in nature, something Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker never followed up on. Finn and Rey certainly deserved more screen time and, arguably, a more important story, so this scene would have been a welcome addition to the film. For various reasons, it's a shame these 3 scenes were cut from Star Wars: The Last Jedi.